Do you hear that?
What is it? What am I listening for?
You didn't hear it?
Your heartbeat?
I think my neighbor's kitchen is right here because I hear her in the morning sometimes during the show, and she runs her garbage disposal. And she's running it right now.
Does she run it for a long time?
I mean, it's still running.
What's the longest you've ever run a garbage disposal? I feel like I've only ever put one on for maybe 15 seconds at most.
Yeah, it's still going.
What is she doing? That's an abuse of the machine.
Well, sometimes, like the stuff has created a seal, and so you kind of have to push it in, which is scary, but...
Then you're not using it properly. So you're
well,
saying...
like I had a bowl of... All right, now it just turned off.
So you had a bowl of what?
Of a cereal that Pete didn't eat, and it was just sitting in there. And then when I was doing the dishes, I poured it out, and I turned on the disposal, but all of the cereal was just like sitting on top of it and wasn't really going in. So like creates like a little surface. So I had to break the seal. And so it's running when I'm doing that.
Well, that seems like it's irresponsible garbage disposal use. When I used to have a garbage disposal, which has been a very long time, and now I just use the toilet to get rid of things, which I know you're not supposed to do.
That's your disposal?
Sometimes I throw the food away.
Okay.
But when I have these leftover soups, as you know, you can't pour those in a trash bag or a garbage can.
You don't have a garbage can?
Well, I have a trash bag.
No, you don't have a trash. You have a bag for trash.
And therefore a trash bag.
No, a trash bag is something that you buy that is made for trash. You have a plastic bag you use for trash.
That's fine. It serves its purpose. It's a small bag, so therefore the trash doesn't pile up. But some people have these trash cans, and then the stuff will sit in there for days, and it'll rot, and it'll start to stink, and they'll say it's not full, so I'm not going to take the thing out. This is a system that works for me. The point is,
what I'm saying is that I would trust a commercially made trash bag to pour a soup in before I would trust the plastic bag that you got at the bodega.
Well, sure. If you're going to pour a liquid into a bag, you shouldn't be doing this anyway, because then at some point the garbage men throw it into the truck and it explodes all over the place.
But don't you think it's so gross pouring soup into your toilet?
What does it matter? Other gross stuff.
That makes me sick. It just makes me think of like throwing up. Ugh, and then like what if there's like bits of bay leaf stuck to the side of your toilet?
So what? You flush it. This isn't outrageous. It reminds you a bit of someone vomiting, but it's not this crazy looking thing.
Do you at least use it for Foley? You just record yourself throwing soup into the toilet? And
I've recorded some before, yes.
Good.
But yeah, what else are you going to do with the soup? You pour it into the toilet. That's the garbage disposal. But the point originally that I was going to make when I would throw things into the garbage disposal, specifically old eggs, I really enjoyed it. Like some eggs were expired, and then I would just get rid of them by turning on the garbage disposal so it'd already be running, and I'd throw the egg in there, and it would be destroyed. It would be ground into oblivion. But I used to think that the egg was begging for its life. Like, no, please, no, 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 no. And then the other eggs in the carton don't know which one's going to be picked.
They're shaking.
The hand comes in. No, 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 please, no. And then you throw it in there, and that's the end.
Yeah.
And yolk splats up on your face like blood.
And you laugh.
and you lick some. You take it off your face with your finger, and you lick your finger. And then you look at the other eggs while you're doing it.
And then you just leave them out the next day just to make them sweat.
That's right. That's real torture. Yeah. They know their demise is coming. They just don't know when.
But they're not sure now because for some reason you stopped. Maybe he's going to use us in the morning.
Yeah, you
Wait, that's bad too.
They can't win.
No, they can't.
Unless they just live indefinitely in the fridge.
Which I'm surprised that you would get rid of eggs that have an expired date, because I feel like that doesn't really mean anything.
I don't want that salmonella.
Yeah, how are you going to get salmonella?
I don't want that.
You don't get salmonella from the raw egg. You get it from the shell.
No, it's growing inside of there.
No, it's not.
A baby salmonella has time to incubate in the egg.
So sometimes a chicken is putting a baby salmonella embryo into the egg, and sometimes it's a chick.
Well, it depends on how well the chicken wiped its butt, because the eggs come out of the same hole as poop. So
yeah, they have all the same holes. They have one hole. Multi-function.
Just all comes out of that one hole.
Sometimes an egg.
Delicious eggs. Cook them up.
Love eggs. Welcome to One Topic, where we stick to one topic. My name is Autumn Fisher.
My name is Greg Russ. Autumn, It is your week for the topic. Please present the topic to me so I know what we will be discussing on this week's episode.
I will present the topic to you so that you understand what we're talking about this episode. And my topic this week that I've chosen is underwear.
Ooh, sexy underwear?
Panties.
Thong underwear?
Undies.
G-strings?
Underpants.
You know, G stands for groin. It was a groin string.
Oh. Ew. It's not really for your the string isn't in the groin.
That was the reaction I wanted. At first, it was like, ooh. And then you gave the disgusted reaction. Which, good.
Well, then the word groin is pretty gross.
Well, that was why it was shortened to G. People didn't want to say the word groin, and in the past, it was one of those words. An utterance of groin would get you kicked out of society.
Oh, right. It's a dirty word.
Well, if we are talking about these things, you know, it's going to get us a lot of downloads. That's why I'm going the sex A route.
Oh, sex A route.
Because
so the topic really should be panties.
Yeah, but that could turn off a whole set of people who don't like that word.
I thought. Oh, okay.
Are you not? You don't mind the word panties?
I do not use the word panties.
Does it gross you out?
It's like a sexual infantilization type word and I don't mean that in like a sociological type of way, you know? But I mean, I feel like a lot of people use panties to describe little girls' underwear, and then it's turned into this like sexy adult word of like, oh, their panties on the floor, like, ugh.
Diapies. Put on your diapies. I'm gonna get home and my lady's gonna have her diapies on.
You got that cloth diaper, bitch. Drawers is another fun word for underwear.
Long johns.
Well, long johns are different.
Well, it's a type of underwear named after a boxer. Did you know that?
Oh, was he tall?
Well, it was John Sullivan. He was a boxer in the late 1800s. And when it was cold and they were boxing outside, he'd box in these long woolen drawers.
Oh.
And that's where the name came from.
Long johns.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't really call them anything except underwear or undies.
To even shorten it like that.
You don't like even undies?
You know how I feel about the IE.
I would never call a men's pair of underwear undies.
Do you call
I would only, it's almost like a gender, right? In Spanish, where things have a gender, I think I would call men's underwear and women's underwear undies.
Well,
but women's underwear could also just be called underwear.
Yeah, I think it's a bit archaic. Undie X is the way it needs to be now.
You're right. But also, maybe I'm coming from a point of privilege because I don't own any other underwear except for underwear. Like, I don't own thongs. I might have a thong. I don't. It's not in rotation.
You may have one hidden somewhere.
It's over to the side with like the sexy stuff that I don't wear.
In a glass box, break in case of emergency.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no boner happening tonight. Oh no. Got to break that glass box and pull out that thong.
Pull out that piece of cloth that is different than the other pieces of cloth.
This one will go right up my butt crack, and that surely will turn him on.
Yes.
Which, for me personally, no. I think there's, because I just think of the discomfort. Apparently, if you wear them, you get used to it and you don't realize it, but
yeah,
it's a constant wedgie at that point.
Oh yeah, it feels like anytime that I've tried to wear a thong, all I wanted to do was pull it out of my butt so it was like resting over my crack and not in it. I couldn't get used to it. It's horrible.
But the appeal is, well, I guess there's a sexual appeal, but it's you don't want the underwear lines, right? God forbid that you wear some pants and someone can see the outline of your underwear. Oh my God, the end of the world, the end of the day, the end of your reputation.
Yeah. I mean, if you are wearing something very form-fitting over your butt, then I get it. You might not want to have like a big seam of underwear line. Um, but I mean, I don't know. Aren't there all kinds of different underwear that don't have to be thongs?
Well, let's just start here.
Okay.
I always like to ask why you've chosen this topic outside of the most obvious is we're going to fool some people into thinking we're talking about sexy stuff and we'll get more downloads.
Yeah.
That's the biggest trick in the book. But outside of that, something got you thinking about underwear.
Yeah, I was thinking about how underwear really can uh tell you something about someone.
Ooh. So there's worth on people's underwear.
Not worth. Not worth.
Well, they're
Okay, maybe worth. That wasn't what I was thinking at first. What I was thinking at first was um a guy shows you his underwear and there's a gay underwear. Not to say that every gay man wears this underwear, but there's a definite gay male underwear, right? Where it's like like a band, like a kind of thicker band around the waist.
Is it a
that
bikini cut? That really
probably like a bikini cut, showing off the package more than maybe other underwear might. Um, yeah, like a European type of underwear type of thing. I just feel like that kind of, or maybe even just really tight form fitting underwear that has like a decent crotch so that you can really see like their package. I feel like that if I saw a straight man wearing that underwear, I would either assume they're European or they're gay.
or they're trying to show something. So the reason that I know something about this, that
Okay.
cut of underwear that really shows off the whole package.
Yeah.
It compacts it, it lifts it.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
were on a video shoot with one of the guys. I won't name which one. One of the guys from MythBusters, not the main guys, but there was the B team, and then there were the guys on the B team. And I had a video shoot. He was the host. We went to this vertical farm in Tokyo, and in order to get in to do some filming, you had to be sprayed down, air blown on you, disinfected, and then you had to take off all your clothes except for your underwear and put on a full body suit that was similar to a radiation suit.
Okay.
And so in the process, he took off his pants, and I was down on the ground taking off my shoes, and he kind of moved towards me, and I looked up, and right in my face was his big, compacted, lifted package because he was wearing underwear like that. And,
okay.
And then I looked down at my underwear, which were boxer briefs, and there was not much lifting going on like that, and it looked like there was nothing there at all.
Yeah.
And I became, a little self-conscious about it. I was like, oh, wow, there's nothing. But what's going? Then later, when I got back to the hotel room, I started, pulling up the boxer briefs and doing that lift thing. And then it's like, oh yeah, there's all that stuff. And then just an aside,
Phew, it's still there.
just an aside on this, we had our cameras were on, and we had the wireless signals being sent to a different room so the client could watch what we were shooting.
Okay.
And the camera was right on his crotch. And so then on the radios, it's like, well, turn the camera.
Yeah.
We can see it. We can see it all. But he liked it. He loved it. I think he moved into vision of the camera on purpose. He wanted to.
And maybe he moved into your field of vision also with your untying your shoes.
Because you're trying to say that wearing that kind of underwear means he wanted something from me.
Would you maybe guess that this person were gay?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, no.
But maybe this person's heritage might have something to do with
It could be heritage.
the type of underwear.
What kind of heritage wears underwear like that?
Something that's not somewhere in the United States and not
I mean, That's a fair assessment, I guess, if it were something that seemed tribal or rooted in culture and history. But I don't think that these bikini cut underwear are, unless you're Brazilian. In Brazil, they really like to show that stuff off, the women and the men.
Do the men wear thongs?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The Brazilian men. Big discrepancy, I feel, between the looks of Brazilian women, who are very good looking, and Brazilian men.
Huh.
I don't know what happens or why it happens.
Well,
that's a very broad statement, I know. Not fair. Not fair to judge a whole country's looks on a couple of guys who...
But don't you think you would think something about... It telegraphs something, the type of underwear that someone is wearing.
Yeah, so going back to what I initially asked you, and you were thinking about this, were you thinking about your own underwear?
No, I was thinking about gay male underwear.
Okay, so that was the very specific thing.
Yes, and then when I started thinking about underwear that I have, underwear that I've seen on people, it kind of makes sense.
So where did the gay man's underwear... Were you watching something on TV? One of your favorite...
doing some Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Watching.
One of your favorite reality shows.
I know. And none of those guys are gay, but they live in West Hollywood, and I think about... And so it was a gay pride episode.
Hey, this guy lived in Hollywood. The one
from
Mythbusters.
Well, maybe that's part of it.
Maybe that's just okay, there you go. There's the culture. Hollywood. Okay. You live in Hollywood, West Hollywood.
Yeah.
We want lift and support.
Yeah, he's appropriating gay male underwear.
But the briefs weren't even around for men of any sort until...
Briefs are boxers?
Nah, briefs are
Are whitey tighty whiteys?
Yeah, which by the way, whitey tighties or tighty whiteys?
I don't know. I feel like I had a solid grasp on that, and then I heard it the opposite way, and I never was straight again.
Well, people do say it both ways. Tighty whiteys is, from what I found through my intensive research, study groups, brought people in for overnight, week-long studies, housed them.
Brainstorming sessions.
Yeah, I housed them in a medical facility.
Okay.
And we got to the bottom of it. And
those people that are hanging out for months on end in a hut trying to get to Mars, like those people.
Yes.
That's them.
Not the consensus, but the majority seems to say tighty whities is the correct. But yes, I've heard whitey tighties, and some people will fight adamantly about this until the death. And I guess either does work.
But those are called those are briefs?
Those are briefs.
Okay.
Briefs are they're the underwear that give the support. And so not the complete support like we were talking about just now with the full lift.
Yeah, where it's seemingly made of like scuba out, like
where instead of hanging where it's supposed to be, those underwear lifted like in front of the pubic bone. It's like,
there's like an internal structure.
It's not where it belongs.
No.
But no, briefs are, so you can get tighty whities. I wear boxer briefs now. They offer some more support. Boxer shorts, for example, and that's not a brief. That just lets things hang. So, I mean, briefs weren't even around until 1935, and they were sold as having scientific suspension and restful buoyancy.
Restful buoyancy.
This was the marketing behind it.
Wow.
Hey, men, your balls need some restful buoyancy.
Sure, because you don't want them to hang as low as they possibly could go, but you also don't want them to be snug and tight up against your body. So a relaxed, okay, I'm into it.
Well, there's always been the arguments, too, that wearing briefs and having them snug is not good for them, and they need to do their regulation. And
that's true, right?
I guess. I've never done any sperm count.
I think fertility, whoever's would say the first thing to do is to wear looser underwear.
Yeah, but so the idea is in hotter weather, you want that so they can move away from your body, but then that's when they just stick to your legs.
Yeah.
If you're wearing boxers, and they just get stuck to your leg, and then you gotta.
Well, there's so much skin. Why is there so much skin?
Because it needs to be able to contract and expand, and
Oh, yeah.
it's gotta move around.
And some can use them like the flying squirrels. You can like spread it and like glide down from. No?
Spread it and forget it.
It's a Ron Pope. The reason why there's more skin is because it's from Ron Pro Peel.
Yeah, set it and forget it. The
I
rotisserie.
love the people in the audience. Like he's like, set it and forget it.
They're,
Woo!
yeah, they're really into that. So maybe if he had gone into the underwear business, he could have done spread it, meaning spread your seed and forget it. Because my underwear.
I thought it was like spread the nuts.
Well, I was thinking. What are you talking about? So you're talking about that spreading the testicles when you say nuts.
The skin.
Yes,
Chicken skin.
I was thinking that these underwear are providing such a service that you don't need to worry about the quality of your sperm because they're coming out baked.
Spread it. Okay.
Baked exactly as they need to be baked, just long enough. They're gonna have full speed. They're gonna be healthy, and then you can say spread it and forget it.
Yay!
And then there's when it goes to the black and white footage. It shows a man trying to impregnate a bunch of women. It's just not working, and it's
just pregnancy test after. It's a woman with a bunch of pregnancy tests that she's fumbling, and they all say negative.
Yeah, and then when the color comes in
again, she's doing that like blowing her hair out of her face,
and then the saturation returns.
Yeah,
and there's just a row of women who are all pregnant and all giving birth.
At the
and it's one man.
Yeah, he's going from each woman, supporting them, like cradling them while they're in labor.
He spread it.
Yeah.
And forget it. And then he went home and made a chicken in the rotisserie. And,
that's right.
And he got to set it and forget it.
And he sprayed his bald spot with whatever that is.
And then he made some beef jerky in that dehydrator.
He dehydrated some shit.
That's the one I always wanted.
You wanted the dehydrator?
I just thought it'd be cool to put stuff in there.
What were you going to dehydrate?
Fruits.
Then what?
And jerkies.
Eat some weird tiny versions of a fruit.
I bought
freeze dried. I'm into.
Yeah, I did buy that freeze dried fruit.
Yeah,
I remember
freeze dried strawberries.
I mentioned that to you, and you said, "Why would you get that? You're into it now." But I got a weird reaction from you one day
because of the dehydrator.
One day, no, about the freeze dried fruit. One day I was like, "Hey, what do you think of freeze dried fruits for a snack?"
Not as a snack.
It's a great snack. Wait, so what do you eat it as a meal? You just talked about how you like it.
No, I'm into it. Versus if I had a choice between a dehydrated strawberry and a freeze-dried strawberry, I'd take the freeze-dried strawberry.
No, I would too, but I'm talking about freeze-dried now.
I know. In that moment, I did not want freeze-dried anything.
Well, I think it's a good snack. It's much better than candies.
Well, as a snack, I would never get candies.
Or Pepperidge Farm cookies, which were on sale, two for $5. So I got a bag of the gingerbread men with the red sprinkles on them.
Ooh, are they white? Like, they have white chocolate on them? Is that one?
No, these didn't. These were just the normal gingerbread men with some red. And
you know they call them gingerbread boys sometimes?
Yeah, maybe that's what they were called. These were just called ginger men.
Ginger men.
And then they had the Milano candy cane. But anyway, back to underwear and identity. So what do your underwear say about you?
My underwear are
do your underwear have little bows on them? Quite often I find women's underwear have little bows on the front.
Oh, tiny little bows.
Is that a yes?
What if you unwrap this bow? What do you get?
I think you just rip it off. I'm like, hey, that bow,
yeah.
That bow wasn't supposed to come off.
Gingerly undo my bow.
So you're confirming that?
Yeah, because all of my most of my underwear is from Target.
That's fine.
5 for $20.
What's the brand? Massimo?
I don't know what it is. I don't think it's Massimo.
How the mighty
I don't
have
know
fallen.
what it is.
Massimo is big at Gadzooks. and then they fell to Target. But that's
Yeah.
whatever. Target is fine. I got my Fruit of the Loom from Target.
Oh yeah, I never buy the ones in the packages. It's always those ones that are out and you can like mix them up. I get like not I mean, I guess they're just regular. You know, in that Outcast song, like I'll call before I come. I won't just pop over out the
Mm-hmm.
blue. And he talks about like, no, and you can leave your thongs. I don't need your thongs. I like those old school, cute, regular draws. That's me. Just like regular, not big, coming up to your belly button, but not tiny, weird in your butt, looking sexy. I don't like I'm not trying to look sexy in my underwear. My underwear can be sexy because they're on me. Okay. I don't need my underwear to make the statement of like, this is sexy. Look at me.
You make a joke, but that is true. I would think that. I wouldn't really care about the underwear that someone was wearing.
Yeah.
If it were on the person that I liked.
Exactly.
It's like, hey,
So-
cool, I like these. And also, I would assume that the women who wear the underwear that go up to their ribs and are made of cotton are probably low maintenance. What do they care?
Okay. Now listen, someone who wears gigantic underwear is either one, on their period, or two, really gave up. Right?
You think they gave up?
Yeah. Because if you didn't give up, then you would just be wearing some other kind of underwear. Because the only kind of underwear that looks like that, first of all, and if you're not like very, very overweight, then the only color that comes in is nude. And that's kind of gross.
Well, you were just talking about how there shouldn't be an emphasis put on underwear. It's
No,
like, it doesn't
what I'm
matter.
saying is it tells you something.
So these people have given up. Period aside. That calls for different underwear. And that I understand.
Yeah.
So, but to just, how's that? You'd still have to make the choice to buy those. Maybe they're just comfortable.
What I'm thinking is that you've gotten them because there's no other. It's like, ugh, these. Whatever.
I wouldn't mind. In my mind, that person is someone that I'm going to get along with because they're not thinking too deeply about it. Whereas someone who's constantly wearing groin string, satin, silk thongs every single day of their lives. They could tell
Yeah, with like ruffles and stuff on the back that say like, "It's yours, daddy." You know.
Well, that's a whole different story there than that. Ugh, it's yours, daddy.
Well, there are some with like sayings and stuff on the front.
Yeah, I don't need any sayings.
You know, like lick it, and then the back says "before you stick it," stuff like that.
Oh boy. Even if that's a joke, that would be like a jokey pair of underwear from Spencer Gifts.
But there are those ones that have like, let's say they're white and they have like ruffles on the side, and then there's like a ribbon inside the ruffle, and there's bows.
If someone is wearing those every single day,
Yeah.
and this is where I'm agreeing with you, it tells you something about that person.
Right.
And that's not really a person I probably want to deal with.
They're telegraphing something about themselves instead of letting themselves speak for the thing they're trying to telegraph.
Yeah, this is the kind of person who judges you for the car you drive.
Sure.
What? A Kia?
Geo Metro.
Get the hell out of... You don't even have a car? That's what they would say
What
to
do you
me.
mean? How do you get around though?
So I maybe that's not a fair assessment, but I'd be willing to bet that a high percentage of women who wear those kind of underwear every single day. And look, it doesn't have to just be women. I can pass judgment on the men who are wearing the underwear we were talking about earlier. We're trying to show off make their dick look bigger. I don't know why
It's not even their dick. It's like
it's the whole thing.
their balls too.
Yeah, it's because you just kind of squish it together so it all looks bigger.
Just this lump.
I don't know why I hesitated saying
You see that dude's lump?
For like a moment there. I was like, what if there are children listening to this show?
Oh.
That was the only reason I hesitated.
You see that guy's lump? I heard his balls are huge, but his dick is tiny. Cool.
That's the thing. That kind of thing happens. So, okay, you're somewhere in the middle. You're not wearing the big cotton up to your rib cage. This is serving.
Yeah, and they're usually like hips on your hips, not those ones that come up real high like you're in an 80s, you know, risky business or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think what that says about me is that I am easygoing.
Yes.
I am, you know, I'm, I'm you might not, I might not do well dressing up as like at the Jersey Shore or something, like I'm not putting a lot out there. I hope you like a regular person, because my underwear telling you that I'm pretty just like whatever.
You should launch a dating app. All you do is post pictures of your underwear, you and your underwear.
I wish I had a better description. I did not like my description of myself
Of
in
yourself?
my underwear.
Yeah, well.
Pretty regular.
Hope
you like regular.
Are there designs on your underwear?
Yeah.
What we'll need to do, Autumn, is get some supplementary photos to post online of you in your underwear.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see what these look like.
Sure, and then those underwear will then be for sale to support the podcast.
Yeah. People still
I like a little. I have some underwear that have fun little things on them that I think are fun. But that's for me.
Little Japanese anime characters.
No,
you don't have
that's gross.
You don't want to go there.
Like what did I say earlier? Infantilization of something.
You don't like the women who wear the Spidey underwear. Spider-Man.
What's that?
Spider-Man. They wear comic book underwear. They're like boys' underwear.
Oh. Maybe they have a very athletic build. If I saw a woman wearing boy cut underwear,
but with these, there's comic book.
Especially, with like a more masculine design, like a comic book character.
I don't know if I would call
something.
that a masculine design. That's a boy's design.
Okay. A boy.
I went down this road because of your reaction to the idea of Japanese anime, and you said no.
No, I get it. I would think that person, like, that tells me something, and what that tells me is that they are an athletic person. Maybe they have an athletic build, but then they also are very athletic or something, and maybe they're like a lesbian. Maybe.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Whoa.
If I would put a couple of things in a bowl, and I would say maybe they're one of these like 3 or 4 things.
You've crossed a line with that statement.
I was talking about the underwear earlier for the dude and saying maybe they're gay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
The only reason I'm thinking that you crossed the line is because so far a lot of the judgment that has been passed on people for their underwear has been thrown at women.
That's my experience.
I've been doing it.
We're talking about we're talking about a woman in underwear. Let's talk about men in underwear.
Look, the state of this world, Autumn, has really got me paranoid.
If a man
people are going to want to cancel one topic. They're going to want to cancel it. Get rid of it. Get them out of here. Cancel it and behead them. Bring the guillotine back to the town square. And
socks.
Start with Autumn, because she said that only lesbians would wear boys' underwear with superheroes on them.
Boy cut, not boys' underwear.
Boy shorts.
Okay, boy shorts. Let's talk about men. If I saw a big old pair of boxer shorts,
yes,
I would think that they were a much older gentleman who was wearing them.
For the longest time, I made the switch in middle school to boxers.
What did you wear before that? Little briefs, because you're a little boy?
Yeah, I was wearing the tighty whities. And maybe there were some with designs on them, but that was the way to go. And then you had to go back to those when I played soccer in high school because you needed some kind of support. And then they would get stains on them, mud stains, but then people thought it was probably something else.
Oh, sure. Uh-huh, sure.
Well, you're running around and sliding all over the place. But anyway, the point is I made the switch.
As a goalie.
Goalie Greg. with the not poop stained underwear. It was clearly
I
mud.
was sliding all over the field when I was standing in one place all the whole game.
'Twas mud. Joe Boxer. Remember those? The smiley faces. And
the big band that said Joe Boxer.
those became very popular.
Yeah.
And
Calvin Klein had the big waistband to make sure you could see it above jeans and stuff.
Yeah. Make sure everyone knows that you're wearing your Kleins, your CKs. Because that's when you're looking for status in the world, you got to start underneath.
It's telling people something. That's what I'm saying. Underwear does a lot. I feel you're right. That dating app, or everything's an app, that dating thing, if you posted your underwear, I feel like you'd really be able to tell a lot by someone's underwear.
You could, but the problem is guys would just end up posting pictures of their dicks because they ruin everything.
No, it wouldn't be the person in the underwear. It would just be the underwear.
Lying on the bed.
You could tell about
laying on the bed. People lie. Objects lie. So the underwear would be laying. I said. No,
it would just be like a picture of it.
Yeah, you would lay them on your bed.
No, it would just be up in the world, and you could do a 360 view of them and stuff.
Okay, I like that too. That's advanced. It's advanced tech.
All right, so listen, the beta version will not have this, but later on, the more finished,
it'll be bad lighting. People will lay them out on their bed with tungsten overhead lighting, and it'll have an orange tint to it. And this is where it'll start. But then people
No. This is what they'll do. They'll put in their information. They'll put in the exact kind of underwear that they have, and then the system will bring up a picture of that underwear that's like a stock picture, like a product picture.
No, Autumn, we need to see the actual underwear because the quality of the underwear, the age of the underwear,
if it has holes in it and stuff.
Yeah, this is a very important thing. So stock photo is not going to get that information. But what would ultimately happen is that people at this point pay for professional Tinder shots. You know this, right?
Right.
They get these headshots taken to put them up on Tinder. So then there'd be a whole business that would open up, a whole new arm of photography where you take pictures of my underwear in a studio setting with the proper lighting so I can really impress the ladies. And look at my Joe Boxer with the giant smiley face right there on the crotch.
Panty pics.
Right there. Joe Boxer, and then it says 37 years old. And what the fuck? Why are you still wearing those?
You know what I would think about that person is that they peaked in the 90s.
Yeah.
And that's where they still remain.
See?
And so I'm not going to swipe whichever way means good.
So I actually, because I can't throw things away, and even though I have not worn boxer, I made the switch to boxer briefs several years ago, maybe 6 years ago at this point. I switched back. But I have not been able to throw away the boxers. I don't know why.
Where are they?
They're in this drawer. I'm going to pull some out.
Just in the drawer?
I'm going to pull some out.
You're just taking up... You live in that tiny place and you're taking up precious room with some old-ass underwear you can't wear?
Yeah, tell me about it. I certainly do need to get rid of them. My God, there's so many of them. Which, look, okay. First we should just count. This is something else. My God. I didn't even know there were this many. I don't even know where to begin, Autumn. My God. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I didn't know that there were this many Look at this. Can you see this? I know that this is great content for a podcast, a non-visual.
I really thought that you were joking.
No.
And that you were going to come back with just a couple, but that is a lot.
I was caught off guard with the amount, which this does. One of the things I was going to ask is how many pair of underwear do you think you own? Rough estimate. I know you don't know the exact number.
Maybe like 15?
Average is 21.
Oh, okay.
So
maybe I own more. Maybe I own more.
You'd be below average. How often do you change your underwear?
Oh, every day. Sometimes twice a day.
All right, that's good. Even when I don't shower every day in the winter, I still change my underwear.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
I'll change it in the morning and then put on fresh underwear at night.
Okay, let's just quickly count. 1,
Okay.
2.
Before you do that, can I take your picture with all those with all of them?
You want me to hold them? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's too many. Oh, it blends in with your shirt. Okay. Thank you.
What? So, and
All right, let's count that.
these are underwear I do not wear anymore, but I don't want to throw them away.
That's way too many to be keeping for posterity or whatever.
3. Well, they remind me of times in my life when I did fun things. 4,
Yeah.
5.
Remember
6,
when that girl took these
7,
off? Oh.
8, 9. Remember when I couldn't keep from ejaculating? 10, 11, 12. You laugh at that. 13, 14. I did borrow a pair of my friend's underwear in middle school at one point.
Yeah.
Because I was spending the night, and then I had a wet dream in them. And then I never returned them.
Oh, no. Good.
But that was embarrassing. These are someone else's underwear.
Yeah.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's 27. That's 27 right there.
Wow.
For, I mean, look at this. Look at these cool plaid ones. These are nice. What would you think if you saw a picture of these?
I would say, why is he wearing boxers?
So you're not into boxers?
No.
When I got into boxers, I liked the design more because you had more.
You have more room for a design.
Yeah, I could really, get my fashion flair going.
Yeah. Pop a color.
I should throw these away, shouldn't I? I'm not going to ever wear these again. And now is the time. They're out of the drawer, and I should probably. But look at this. This is a quality pair of boxer shorts.
No, they look like comfy winter pajamas in a cabin.
And look at these. Look at this great gray design with some blue plaid going on. That's a wonderful pair. And the underwear I'm wearing now.
So boring.
I'm just going to I got to pull down my pants.
Oh, boy.
Look at these. That means they got some stripes on them.
So boring. Where's the flair? Where's the fashion?
Well, you're getting me to.
And where's your crotch? where's it?
All right, see,
I
watch.
thought it was supposed to be supported and bulging.
But look,
where's your lump?
If you wear, see, it's all it takes is a certain cut.
Where's your lump?
If you have that correct cut, then it can really lift the whole.
I wonder
thing.
if that feels kind of good.
It can lift spirits.
Maybe that kind of underwear. I would imagine if I had a package, that I might want it sort of supported and cradled, and it probably feels really nice.
Well, the boxer briefs support and cradle, but not to that extent.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if you went over to that side of underwear, maybe you just can't go back because it just feels so supportive and nice.
Do your balls hang low? Do they stick to your legs? When it's hot weather, do you have to walk like a duck to get them unstuck?
That was the best part of being an adult, was knowing that happens for men and noticing when they walk funny to get their balls off their leg.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah,
you go digging around in your pocket. I'm just looking for my wallet.
Yep. Where are you, testicle? Get off my leg.
What's going on? So
I would think if I saw those underwear, I feel like because they are sort of like classic designs, they don't look old and raggedy and weird and boxery, and they're not super baggy either. I might be okay with it.
Maybe I should model some.
Oh boy.
I do like that I pulled down my pants in front of the window.
Oh,
big
somebody's
6-foot window in New York City where there's just buildings across. Like I can see in other people's window. I mean, whatever. They've probably seen worse than that.
Sure.
And they're like, oh, just his underwear? I thought we were going to get more. That's nothing.
Yeah, what's he doing?
That's old.
What's he showing someone?
We see him every night because I just sleep in my underwear. I don't like pajamas.
Oh, I love pajamas.
Why? It's so much more fabric. It wrinkles up on you. What is it about the pajamas that you like?
Well, I like being in pajamas. I don't always love sleeping in pajamas, but I love being in pajamas.
All right, that's a different thing because you can lounge around in them and they're comfortable, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just lounging around your underwear because you don't have pajamas.
Yeah, and then you feel like a bum no matter what you're doing, even if it's in the morning or at night, you're lounging in. I wake up and I immediately put my pants back on.
Yeah, weird.
Because there's something about sitting around in your underwear where you do feel like a loser.
No, that's why you need pajama pants.
But I don't want pajama pants.
Why? You love the pattern on the boxers. This is like boxers except pants.
I understand that. I feel like, because then you wear it for an hour, then you got to take it off, and it's one more thing to wash.
No, you don't. I do not wash my
the drawstring
pajamas
breaks.
Why does the drawstring break?
Because they're made cheaply, and you want to tie it, and then
a lot of times
the
drawstring doesn't even do anything. If you get them from Old Navy, they're just like sewn into the side, and then that's all they
it's
are.
For show.
Or they're tied. They're sewn into the elastic waistband.
No, I'm not doing that.
You're missing out.
I'm not,
because they're so comfortable.
No, but I would. Okay, I'll try. As I progress in my self-growth, I will say that I will try things before I reject them.
Okay.
So maybe I will try. I'm not going to sleep in them. And never a top. I don't want a top. I don't need a button-up top with a collar on it.
Yes. So I got some Christmas pajamas that I love wearing, but I don't like wearing them to bed because it's like wearing a button-up shirt with a collar and sleeves and cuffs and stuff to bed.
And it gets hot.
I take it all off.
In the summer, I don't even sleep under the covers. I turn the air conditioner as low as I can get it, and I sleep on top of the covers. The goal is to get it cold enough where you need to crawl under in the middle of the night because that's nice. But quite often, you can't even get there. It just gets too hot. Yeah. So I'm not going to sleep in pajamas then. And in the winter, I open the window to get the cold air in. And so you would think you would want the pajamas, but I really like just...
Because you don't have a way to control the heat.
No. I mean, I can turn off the radiator, but there's also some pipes that just carry steam heat up the building, and I can't turn those off.
I feel like that's important to note. Because somebody would say, like, why do you have your window open and wasting your heat? Whatever.
But there's something freeing about... But I don't really like sleeping with my shirt off.
Oh.
That feels vulnerable. As if someone came in with a knife and they were to try to stab me with no shirt on, right into my flesh.
Whereas a shirt definitely protect you.
Yes, that's the irrational thinking.
Okay.
But whatever. If it comforts me...
Sure.
Some people suck their thumbs. I sleep in a shirt.
Thumbs?
With 2 thumbs at once. Yeah. I was a 2-thumb sucker.
Oh, yeah. 2 thumbs.
I don't even... When's the last time you put your thumb in your mouth? Now it just tastes gross. It tastes dirty.
I never sucked my thumb.
Well, want you la-di-da.
I never had braces. Never sucked my thumb.
Well, he's never had braces either. Did you have anything? Did you have a retainer?
Freaking do. What?
Did you have a retainer of some sort?
No.
This is just the way your teeth grew in.
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah, and they're so white.
Well, those are the strips. White strips.
You cheat.
Not cheat.
Those aren't natural whites.
They're not.
I thought they were.
Well, I think in a previous how does this word iteration of myself, I would let you assume that it was natural.
But now you're exposing the secrets.
The secrets. Get ready to know.
Autumn secrets.
The real me, Greggy.
Greggy. Sounds like an 80s toy commercial. You go to the thrift store quite often. You would never buy thrift store underwear, would you?
Never.
But they sell them.
They do. They sell like lingerie. Like sexual lingerie that looks like bunched up in the crotch because God knows. But I don't understand. I mean, they also sell. Okay, listen. I know that underwear and lingerie and stuff have been like pressed up against some mucus membranes.
Yeah, you get enough of that sticky syrup on there, then
sure. But also, you can also buy sheets. I've purchased sheets from the thrift store before that have been used sheets. And what is that? That's not that crazy.
No, but this is the same thing with me sleeping in a t-shirt. It's you trick yourself.
Yeah.
And you go to a hotel and you sleep on these sheets. Yeah, okay, they're washed. The same thing with lingerie. I guess if they're washed but it's
Yeah,
because
everything is
it's
sanitized and taken care of before, and they're not, they're looking at it. And they're not just selling like someone's used gross period undies or something.
yeah, but that that sticky syrup that can change the structural integrity of fabrics.
Sure. That acid that comes out of women
It
sometimes.
realigns the molecules in the threads, and then they compress and become wiggly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wavy, I
That's how it
should
works.
say, because they don't wiggle. Wiggle implies there's some kind of movement going on. But,
Right. Wiggle.
They,
They're wiggling.
they compress, right? And then the thread, which would be straight, now has waves to it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's like getting your hair wet if it's naturally curly.
But I think the problem with buying underwear and lingerie that it serves one specific purpose, whereas sheets, sheets are probably grosser. If you
Exactly.
if you think about it.
Do you want to include bras and things as underwear?
Yeah, that's part of underwear. T-shirts, for example, undershirts are underwear. I don't.
Oh, not really though.
That's an underwear. You're
I
wearing
understand
it under.
that it is worn under, but it's not underwear.
Why do you draw this distinction?
Because underwear are like are covering up your groins.
Well, they're serving a purpose. They're providing a layer between your skin and whatever outerwear there is. So
Right, but my
if you're-
skin
if you're wearing a
is-
straight up white T-shirt, and its sole purpose is to just not to absorb some of the sweat that's coming off your manly chest and pits, and keep it from getting on that shirt, so you don't have to wash it constantly.
Okay.
I think that would count. I don't have much to say about those kind of shirts.
Is that why people wear shirts underneath shirts?
That's why I do it.
Yeah, to stop sweat from touching their regular shirt?
Yeah, I do that because I want a layer, because I don't want to constantly wash the outer shirt.
Huh.
I'll
I
wash.
kind of just thought it was like a fashion thing, like a
Well, you can become fashionable. Like, I don't wear the white shirt underneath now. I have my main look in the warmer weather is T-shirts. I
yeah.
have a wide variety of T-shirts, and now then I wear those as the undershirts in
Yeah.
in the winter. So dual purpose. I guess it could be a fashion thing also.
No, you're probably right. That's probably why. I don't, it's weird. Like, why don't women wear undershirts?
That is a good question. Why wouldn't? I mean, I guess you're already wearing the bra.
Yeah, but that's not wicking away moisture or like stopping you from sweating onto anything else. That's just holding up your boobs.
Yeah, but it's already. Then you would have another layer. You have the bra, then another layer, then. How many bras do you own?
3 or 4?
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that common?
I don't know.
I don't know I don't have an average number on that one.
Okay, should I look it up?
If you'd like to. How long do you keep your bras?
Bras. I couldn't type in. Oh, 16.
16's the average. And You've got
Yes.
4 of them.
Yeah.
You're also supposed to keep them. I did see like 6 months.
Oh yeah, I need to get rid of mine. So, I started spending more money on my bras, and now I never want to get rid of them.
They're
But
expensive.
they say, yeah, they get stretched out. Like, you're supposed to do all kinds of things. You're supposed to like go up a level of the hook every year or whatever it is, or something.
Shouldn't you be getting a fitting?
Oh, probably. I probably should do that too.
Well, I think that autumn you need to post some pictures of you and your bras so we can see if they're fitting properly.
Yeah, thank you. It's like, oh, this one's too tight.
Yeah.
Oh, my bosom.
We just crushed some people's dreams. I
Yeah.
brought that up. Yeah, Autumn. Yeah, you do it. And then you make a joke about it with that voice. And
Yeah.
oh,
Or maybe they like that. They're like, yeah, even better.
I thought she was really gonna do it.
No, I have a bra that's the only one that's like a lighter color.
Tell me about it. Lighter color.
So I can wear it under things that are lighter, like my lighter shirts.
Ooh, nude.
That's right. It's a nude color, but it's too small for me. So I had these like extenders that I bought when I was pregnant to help me wear my bras.
Like the seatbelt on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's just a little
Like,
extender on the bra because I can't. Like, it's my only
you
light
can't-
colored bra.
well, you should get another one.
I know I need to get new bras.
You should go to the Vic
But they're
set.
expensive. Third Love is like pretty is on the decent quality cheap end of things. And they're like $50.
You need to get to the Vic sec and pick out some bras.
What's the Vic set? Oh, Victoria's Secret.
I love shopping at Vic sec.
Ugh, that place is so stupid.
You go in as a guy and you really feel like you're gonna see something
Yeah.
worthwhile.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret is also extremely expensive.
I feel like a creep if I'm cutting through. So sometimes at stores like Target, when you don't want to stay on the paths because people are slow and they're blocking it, and you can cut diagonally. You know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and if it's through the women's bra and underwear section, I'm not doing it. I'd stay away. I just don't. I don't want to be the guy walking through.
No, I get it. I wouldn't either.
Nudes.
Yeah, what kind of bra is she gonna get?
Autumn, sell your old bras. I feel like I feel like I had a bra of yours.
What?
I could be completely mistaken, but it's from a long time ago. Like when you stayed at, we were friends.
Yeah.
And you're just hanging out. And I swear once you left and there was a bra left behind. And I said, oh.
You might be right about that. Look, this bra is $68 on Third Love.
I wonder if I still have that thing. I'm going to look for it.
You can't still have it.
Oh, maybe I kept it. I kept all my old underwear. Why wouldn't I keep yours?
I feel like there have been many women in and out of your life that would eventually be like, "What? His bra is this?"
Probably, but I would have hidden it somewhere.
It's in your boxers.
Little secret time capsule.
It's in your wet dream boxers.
Of Autumn's bra, and then I will sell that shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to make myself some Christmas bonus this year.
Man, if somebody wanted I want to get in that game. I'll sell my underwear. I don't give a shit.
Somebody will buy them.
I should do it. I don't care. Take my dirty underwear. I don't care what you do with it. Just give me money for it.
They smell them.
I know. It's gross. I don't condone it. I don't understand it, but I don't care.
People want it when it's been summer and it's hot, so the sweat's mixed, like it comes out of your butt, the sweat. It's got a smell to it.
Well, people like that with feet. They'll tell someone to like not wear socks and walk around in these tennis shoes so that your feet get all sweaty, and then I want to put them in my mouth.
Okay. Who am I to judge, really? Whatever floats your boat.
That's true. Yeah. Are there any underwear that you would see on a person that no matter how you felt about, well, I mean, all right, you already liked them, but if there were underwear on that person that you'd be like, those underwear were so hot.
So hot?
Yeah. Or it's like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I think it's a whatever, I don't care. It's a tough thing. I don't just
like would you be disappointed if you came across a thong on someone?
No, but they're weird to me, and then I just
because the way you talked about it earlier seemed like you would be like, what's this?
It wouldn't turn me on. It doesn't turn me on because it just gets me thinking about how it's not something. Can you really want to wear that thing?
Yeah, this was touching your butthole.
Yeah, it runs right up past your butthole.
Yeah.
And so what part of the thong is actually touching the butthole? And that part's got a lot of poop particles on it.
Yeah.
And why would you? But, if the person was into it, it made them feel sexy. And that could carry over.
Yeah.
It's like that person's feeling good about themselves. And then it's like, okay, well, this is nice. I feel like, lingerie, for example, I could get into that. It's not something that I think about or care about.
Yeah.
But if a woman was wearing it and it was like a thing, and it's like, hey, and made her feel good about herself, and I could certainly get into it.
Okay.
I mean, there's a thought at that point. It's like, I'm going to do this thing because I want to try to turn you on. And
yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah, I think I would be pretty I would be grossed out. I would be disappointed and grossed out if I came across someone wearing like what I think of as gross Okay, tidy whities I think would be like, ugh, what is this?
With pee stains.
Yeah,
Just,
just
just outside of the poop stains, like that skid marks, we can talk.
oh yeah.
Oh, skid marks, whatever. That's a thing, sure, especially with white. But because most men pee and they just kind of shake it, but there's always
Yeah.
some drips, and over
Yeah.
time, that's going to stain.
Oh yeah, you got to constantly rotate out those tidy whities, right?
Yeah, I don't. You want to talk about 6 months for bras? I think the average life of those should be 2 weeks.
Yeah, sure.
You wear them
A
once,
fortnight.
twice. Yeah,
Yeah.
once per
So
week.
yeah, I think I would not be happy coming across that. And then also like boxers or even, you know what, anything with holes in it.
What do you mean?
Like if you have holes in your underwear,
Oh, because
come
they're
on.
old.
come on.
Yeah, I was thinking about like perforated boxers for air circulation.
Oh.
You wouldn't like that.
Mesh.
So it's tough. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't come across men's underwear that would turn you on.
No.
What about commando? There
Yeah.
was just nothing going there.
I'd be like, "Whoa. Aren't you scared?"
Man, you got that zipper going and you got that stiff denim.
Yeah. Ugh. I have a friend who doesn't wear underwear and I don't understand it. A woman.
Have you asked?
Yeah, we talk about it.
What's the answer?
She just doesn't need it. She's just not juicy.
Well, there you go. That's fair.
Yeah. I could not get I'm not trying to talk too much about that, but I could not get away with that. And I don't think most women could.
Well, see, another problem is I do like to wear my pants for at least a week straight.
Oh, yeah.
And if I'm not wearing underwear, then I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh yeah, because you're now that's all getting into you'd have to change your pants are now your underwear.
Yeah. And when you pick them up in the morning to smell the butt to make sure they're okay. No underwear, probably not as okay. So no
That
need
butt
to.
smells more and more like a butt.
Yeah, no need to go commando. Which, when did that even come from? Commando. So what? People in the military weren't wearing underwear?
I don't yeah, maybe not.
That was a thing.
Maybe they were issued underwear at some point, but they were in the middle of, the jungles of Grenada. They couldn't wear their underwear. There are no jungles in Grenada.
I guess sure though. Yeah. If you're issued some and you're really out there, at
Yeah.
some point you're gonna have to get rid of the things. Speaking
Yeah.
of holes.
You're down in a foxhole with Tex, your friend Tex.
And you get some crotch rot, and it's time to get rid of the underwear.
Oh, the spider web, like threads in between, like the thighs that have rubbed together right under the balls.
Saying there's no underwear that could turn you on.
No, I don't think so.
So what would you? And then the turn off
For women, first of all, being turned on is like a concept more than it's a thing,
Yeah. Well,
like an object.
Well, you see the way this is played because of that. That's, I guess, why there aren't underwear necessarily designed to turn women on. You've
That's
mentioned
right. But then if you're gay,
Yeah,
there are some underwear that are made to turn you on with the high and tight lump.
which makes sense. But then, the fact that it's become a whole industry that women will wear underwear that turn men on, and they buy into it.
I do it for me.
What's the most important thing is that my man wants to spread it and forget it. And the only way I can get him to do that is to wear this groin string.
Yeah.
Right?
I know. I remember in school, there were girls that were wearing thongs, and I'd be like, I don't get it. You're like, how do you do that? And they're like, I'd rather have a little string up my butt than a whole wad of underwear, like fabric. It's like, oh, okay, I get that. And then I was like, wait a minute. That whole like butt of fabric is not in my butt. It's just like in my crack. It's around it. It's not in it like your string.
Well, when you're that age, you just follow the trends.
Yeah.
You just want to fit in, and at that point, thongs are. I'm wearing this because
Yeah, with like the strings part hanging like above the jean line so that you could see it. Your whale
the
tail.
whale tail. That's died off. That's not a thing anymore, right?
No.
Well, because
I mean, maybe if you're like twerking or something.
we got the tramp stamp with the whale tail.
Oh man, a tramp stamp.
Those are out too, right?
We should talk about that. Maybe that could be a topic. Fads.
Tramp stamps.
Yeah.
Tattoos. Let's just talk about
Well,
Autumn's
like
tattoos.
the barbed wire
Yeah, the barbed wire,
around your arm.
which Pamela Anderson got. And then
I considered it.
did you considered that?
I considered it.
Oh my god.
In my mind, I tried it on.
Wow.
I didn't do it.
Thank God.
Yeah, it seemed like a fad.
That would have been awful.
I know ugh.
If you had barbed wire on your arm.
Ugh. No,
Like,
there's someone out there with with a woman with a barbed wire, and they're like, "Hey,
I know you don't like your tattoos now.
all right." It's not that I don't like them.
I think
it's that if I could blink my eyes and they would disappear, I would maybe. Do it.
Look, those are fine tattoos.
Yeah.
But yeah, the barbed wire. My God. Yeah, thank God you didn't jump on with that one. How many people did? And they got the tribal bands, and they couldn't connect. Remember, if they connected, it meant something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's always a space. Can't connect them around the arm.
Oh, I didn't know the Chinese symbols. Do you know Bobcat Goldthwait got a tattoo of some symbols, and I think he wrote the word Chinese above them, so he got some Chinese symbols tattooed on it.
And they put a sad trombone under it.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah, that would complete that look. Yeah, the thing I heard about that was a lot of the times, the Chinese symbols meant something completely different, or they put different ones on that hopefully said something like, this person's an asshole.
Yeah, or it was like it didn't translate properly. Yeah.
Which quite often it won't translate properly.
Chinese is tough. Chinese characters are tough.
Well, it serves people right.
Yeah. All right. Any more about underwear?
No, I think I covered everything. We talked about lingerie.
You covered your ass,
yes,
you think?
Yes. My ass is always covered, except for those underwear that have the flap on the back, so I don't have to take off the full
Oh,
bodysuit.
where are those?
And I can just poop in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Pull the flap down.
We didn't talk about like the history of underwear.
Well, that was, I thought that you would have done some research.
I did, but we didn't go there.
I had some facts. I threw some
Yeah?
facts out. Not on the history.
You want to throw out some facts real quick?
I threw out the facts. I was throwing them out here and there. I sprinkled them properly.
It's good. All right. BVD. They were the first ones that made underwear that were shorter. They were like more convenient and not as something where you had to like take the whole thing off to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Yeah. Boxer shorts were named after a boxer who wore them.
Yeah, just like Long Johns.
Long John.
John Sullivan.
That's right.
Late 1800s. Take that to trivia night. Win yourself a free bar tab.
That's right.
Even though
What's your team name?
Even though trivia is ruined these days. Horse tits.
Tits.
That's my team name. What's yours? Some dead baby joke? That's what people like to go with.
Oh, no. I never did that. I was always trying to be very clever. Like the Harmoniacs, not that, but something like that with like some play on some word.
Yeah, that's the worst part of playing trivia.
The names?
I hate the names.
Yeah.
People always want to be clever with it. I don't even know how you play anymore. People are cheating nonstop.
Yeah.
They act like there's some honor involved. I'm not going to use my phone. It's done. It is finished.
I think if we had a team name, maybe it should be like, this is our team name.
Okay.
Like, that's the name.
Well, my favorite name ever on Double Dare growing up was the No Names. So dumb. And then I took that and made it, I suggested it for my reading group name.
The No Names.
Yeah. I liked that. I'm like, we're the No Names. I was like, cool. And then in first grade reading group, they asked for suggestions. And I said, No Names. And they went with it.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Congrats. Do you remember what you were up against?
I don't remember. I stole it. I didn't even invent that. It was just something I saw.
All right, you're a little kid.
Yeah.
What are you coming up with new material when you're 6?
Yeah, I created a story about how I shrunk down and got washed in the washer and got sucked through the little holes that drain the water. If I was coming up with stuff like that, then why?
It was an homage to your favorite name in Double Dare.
Why couldn't I come up with a better team name? No, the only other thing I could think of was we hit on lingerie, And just because we want those numbers, Autumn.
Oh.
Yeah. You gotta talk about yourself. Prancing around and I can't see it. I can't see you.
I don't have any lingerie. Well, okay. Well, what constitutes lingerie?
I don't
like something that you wear purely for sex, or because those things are modeled after things that were worn as undergarments.
Yeah, that's
and they turned into sexual things because we don't use them anymore, and so now it's like you're wearing this on purpose so that I can see it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And when I say I couldn't see it with you, it's not an insult about it, just personality-wise. So just you would laugh.
No, I feel like I would have to do something dumb, like like it would be wearing me, you know.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
If something's wearing you, you shouldn't. When you trying out new clothes, and you don't have the confidence, and the thing's wearing you. Everyone can tell. They're like, what's going on?
That's the story that my underwear are putting out there. Like, she don't got any sexy lingerie for you, so relax.
Well,
did you see the butt on this underwear? It's not that small.
But it's got a little bow.
That's right, teeny bow in the front.
Look at the baby bow.
What's underneath the bow? Unwrap my bow.
Nude bow. Autumn, post pictures.
Yeah, I wanna undo that extra thing you put on the back of your bra. Oh god. That extender on your bra is so hot.
It's my impression of men. A blanket statement of men.
Yeah.
I don't like the bra with the clasp in the back. It's too hard. I want the clasp
the one in the
front.
The one in the front is way harder.
But it's a better reveal. That's it's the noise that you make.
Yeah.
When
I push my boobs together right before I take them apart, and they fall down to my belly button because they're actually this big.
And there
All right,
it is.
thanks for listening. All right, I'm doing it.
Yep.
Thanks for listening to One Topic. Like, subscribe, rate, review.
Yeah, that was pretty succinct.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Autumn.
Do you like hot sauce?
You know, I do like hot sauce, but I'm getting pretty bored of my regular Texas Pete or Tabasco. I'm looking for a local sauce without any additives or extracts. A company that uses local peppers so it's as fresh as possible, and a company that really cares about the integrity of the sauce and where their ingredients come from.
Definitely.
And hey, while we're at it, I don't want a sauce with too many ingredients. You know, a lot of other sauces out there, they have all kinds of fillers. So I'd love to find a sauce with, I don't know, what? Let's say no more than 5 ingredients. I mean, it's crazy, but there's gotta be a company out there that hand processes their sauce. You know, bottling and labeling every bottle themselves. I'm probably asking a lot.
Well, you really are, but there is a hot sauce out there who only uses 5 ingredients.
What?
0 fillers, additives, or extracts, and who bottles, labels, and packages everything themselves. It's called Hoff Sauce.
What?
They're a small batch hot sauce company out of Chattanooga, Tennessee that's won Best Louisiana-style sauce in the country. How many times? Not once, not twice, 3 times.
3 times!
How does that sound, Greg?
I think that sounds amazing.
You know how you can get your own bottle of hot sauce?
No, tell me please now.
Hoffandpepper.com. And not only am I giving you the gift of the best hot sauce that you'll ever taste, I'm going to give you 15% off if you use the code ONETOPIC15.
Hold on, that's
Yes, get a pen and paper.
One Topic 15.
Good. That's ONETOPIC 15, all squished together at checkout. You'll get 15% off your order, and your life will be better.
Thank you.
You're welcome.